Hey, good morning friends. Welcome to another vlog. We got an awesome day going on here. We got Rich already working. We got basically a gate that we're replacing in the gate post. We're also doing a whole bunch of other stuff at this house, so excited to have you guys along. Stay tuned to the end because we got another cool pricing discussion that we want to talk about. We got some things that we didn't cover on the last vlog, so super excited about that. So let's get to today's work. All right, this is what we got here. This post has a little bit of movement. So basically we need to dig out and get that thing replaced. So this is pretty interesting because, you know, looking at the outside, this post looks fairly new. But if you get down here, there's definitely some rot going down there. And there's actually a sprinkler riser that's actually cemented in next to it. So we gotta be real careful with that. Figure out what's going on there, but we're gonna go ahead and get this chipped out with our demo hammer. I don't know if you guys, I know that we've talked a lot about it in the past, but this is our demo hammer. And really, we bought this thing probably 3 years ago. We were thinking about buying the Bosch, and we were thinking about buying the Milwaukee. The Milwaukee and the Bosch are, you know, $700 to $900 or so. This thing, we got it from Harbor Freight. It's like $350, and it's really upheld really well, really nicely. We figured we'd kind of just, you know, buy it. I mean, it obviously looks like it's, you know, cracked in a few spots, but it's really held up really nicely for the price that it was. So we definitely got our use out of it. So that's pretty nice. All right, let me show you guys what we got here. So kind of did some preliminary cutting. I got around the sprinkler riser. And then kind of busting out all this stuff. So it looks like we should be pretty good. We're just gonna clean this out and then basically go deeper, go to the next level. All right, sometimes life's all about trying new things. We got the post pretty loose, but we don't want to snap it off. I'd like to pull it out. That would help us get the concrete out. I know that we could cut it, we could cut here, but I just don't want to mess with any of that if we don't have to. So what we're gonna try and do is put the bottle jack here, screw a few 2x4s right here, and try and jack it right up. I know that this is a method of using a high lift, but we don't have a high lift, so we're gonna go ahead and give this a try. All right, YouTubers, what do you think is gonna work? Think it's gonna work? Think it'll work, Rich?
It's gonna work.
Oh, it's gonna work. Oh, it's breaking our boards off. All right, YouTubers, who guessed that? Whoever guessed that wins a prize. Let's try it again. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that. Rich had a great idea. We'll do this.
Against the grain.
That's a good idea. Go against the grain. We'll see what happens. I think that's a good idea. This guy's full of good ideas. All right, YouTubers, what are you guessing this time? Check this out. We're coming up, guys. Now, obviously, I think this would be better with a high lift jack, but all we have is this thing and a cane bolt. Wow, look at that.
Quite yet.
Not quite yet.
A little more.
Let's go a little more. Wow, Rich the strongman Strohecker. Woo! Look at that. Good job. All right, guys, here's what we got. Look at that. That hole's full of water too. Can you guys see that? Yeah. Good job, Rich. How do you feel after that?
Sore.
Yeah. Check this out, guys. It wasn't super bad, but obviously something's going on in that area because everything is wet. And that thing's full of water. We're thinking it might have to do with the sprinkler here, because as we were digging everything up, it's just wet here. And there's water under there, so.
There's standing water.
Yeah, I'm wondering if something's going on, because we're in the summer, in the middle of September, and
It shouldn't be that kind of water.
the only thing here is this tree, or this bush, so. Right there. All right, I got this guy set up to hold this post up, basically holding it perfectly plumb. So we're looking good. So what I'm gonna do here is I went ahead and I capped off that PVC pipe, because basically I think it was from what the old sprinkler system was, and it wasn't going to anything in the first place. So I'm actually gonna pre-mix this concrete. I know that you can just put the concrete in the ground and put water in it. That's normally what we do. But I'm gonna pre-mix it because I want it to flow basically back behind the post. So that's my goal. So that's what we're gonna do here. All right, so we took some measurements. Bottom is 55 and the top is 54, meaning that this post is probably not plumb, but that's okay. So we're gonna go with 53 1/4 for our gate width. So we're gonna bring over some 2x4s. We got the miter saw set up, so let's get on it. Okay, we got our frame built here. Going ahead and putting in our support beams. Then we'll put one across this way. Then we'll be good to go. That'll be our gate. Okay, here's what we got here. We got a floor drain there. And basically this is her drain for her air conditioner. And she's just always been draining into this bucket. She's got to drain it often. So we're gonna go ahead and hook 3/4 inch PVC pipe all the way along this wall and bring it down to this floor drain here. While Rich is out there doing that gate, I'm gonna do this. All right, here's our solution. Got this guy in there. We got a nice even slope going all the way down to our floor drain. So looking good. So no more bucket. See, a few other things. Rich is working on this doorknob. We need to replace this doorknob. We obviously need to finish up this gate. We need to get some longer screws because we're out of longer screws. So at lunchtime, we're gonna run and get some longer screws. We got a few things to button up inside, but looking good. I want to show you guys our yard sign here. When Rich comes every day to drop off materials, he always puts a yard sign out at the people's home. It's a double-sided, so we're looking good. All right, we got our gate installed here. I love how these gates look. All right, next job of the day is this sink stopper has come out and the rod is actually rotted away. So we're gonna go ahead and remove it. And as you can see here, this rod is actually rotted away. So we got a new universal rod. So we just gotta match up which ball goes to that and then put that guy back in. All right, basically we got our new one installed, and that's going to be our new rod stopper. So let's go ahead and pop it in and see what happens. We'll go with the existing stopper, just like that. All right, got it replaced. Works perfectly. Okay, we got some caps to put on the toilets. Pretty simple. And then we're going to go ahead and put some bigger drywall moly anchors in there so her toilet paper holder can be held back together. Alright, here's our final product of everything. Here's our gate. Here's that AC line that we installed. So that's pretty sweet. I wonder if there's any drips coming out of it yet. I don't think so. Nope, no drips yet. But this is how everything's looking. We got this new post installed. So looking good back there. Can I go and close this real quick, Rich? And this is our gate here. And we installed a cool little cable latch on the outside here. So basically, nice little cable latch for them to access back there. And we did a whole bunch of stuff inside. Showed you guys all that, but we are getting buttoned up. All right, on our right after our job, we stopped at a client's house in Lincoln. Some old friends from church I used to go to, and we picked up this chair, which is a heck of a lot heavier than we thought. And then we obviously got to take all this stuff to the dump. So we're here at the dump. We're gonna dump this chair. The guy screamed at us. Chair goes in number 1, and the rest of it goes down there. So we're gonna get to it. Friends, I hope the road noise isn't too much, but man, this has been a fantastic week. We are all done. Frank gets back from vacation. He will be back working on Monday, and frankly, I'm a little excited, you know, because the part of the business that I really like is being in the office, writing up estimates, working on the business, working on KPIs, working on pricing, working on marketing, working on hiring, and super stoked for what's going to be happening because I'm actually we are expecting our son to be born in November. So Rich, our technician assistant, he's actually going to be transitioning into the estimator role come November. And we are going to be hiring a new technician assistant. I actually got a great prospect, that a guy that was just texting me today, 19-year-old kid. He's got a lot of ambition, really wants to get into the handyman industry. And super excited to learn. He doesn't know a whole lot, you know, as far as doing work on his own, but he's done work here or there. So I think his role would be perfect as a technician assistant, so I'm super stoked about that. So we're going to be hiring him hopefully the first Monday in October, and then that same Monday in October, basically Rich will become the full-time estimator. I will be working with him the whole month of October to, you know, do further training, and then we'll train the new technician assistant that first week in October. So stoked about that, but just got done. I don't know how I ever did it. I don't know how y'all do it. How do you do the work, write the estimates, go to Home Depot, go to the dump, you know, work on KPIs, hire people, figure out your pricing? That's a lot of work to do as one person. It can't be done, to be honest. That's why I'm a huge advocate in hiring employees, and I'm stoked to be hiring our next employee here in a few weeks. Hopefully all of that works out. I'll keep you guys updated. Wanted to talk a little bit about pricing. At the beginning of this video, I told you guys I had a little bit more about pricing. When it comes to pricing, there is so much that goes into pricing, okay? One guy might be like, well, you know, I want to make 500 bucks a day, right? Okay, well, what do you need to charge to make that 500 bucks a day? Because you got insurance, you got gas, you got vehicle maintenance, right? You have liability insurance, you have workers' comp, you have Social Security, you have all these things that add up, and the expenses go on and on, even down to you have to buy screws. If you only need 5 screws for a job, you can't just buy 5 screws, you gotta buy a whole box, right? Same with caulking, right? There are so many expenses that go into figuring out. So if you need to bring home 500 bucks a day, you need to be charging more than 500 bucks a day, right? It's very important to figure out exactly what you need to operate your business and actually make a profit. Because if you're out there busting your butt and you're not making a profit, what's the point? Go out and get another job. I mean, that's the hard, cold reality, but that's how it is, you know? That's really what I had to say about pricing. If you guys haven't watched our last vlog, we talked a lot about pricing. I would highly recommend you check that out. We talked about the new pricing handbook. That link is in the description. Also, just appreciate you guys tuning into these videos. This is the last vlog for a little while, but I'm going to be coming out with a new series called a slog. How do you guys like that name? A sales log. So super stoked about that. Walking you guys through my sales process, talking more about pricing, estimating jobs. That's going to be really cool. So look forward to that in the coming months. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Would love any input you guys have on our business and our operation. Any questions you guys might have as far as growing a business, hiring employees, figuring out your pricing, figuring out how to estimate jobs. Ask me. I got so much material. I've been training people for years on this stuff, and it's really fun. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm heading home, but I realized what I was getting at before. I realized I'm all done with the day, but I realized I haven't ordered materials yet for next week's jobs, right? So that's what the technician assistant does, is he gets all basically the work orders that I ordered materials for on Friday and picks up all those materials on Monday. So it's Friday right now. Come Monday, we don't have any materials ordered right now. So I am talking to my wife, gonna meet her at home. We're gonna eat some dinner, and then I'm gonna go back to the office tonight and order materials. Really, that's just the way that the cards laid this week, because I was been out in the field and haven't really been in the office. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you guys have a great day. And truly, I wish blessings and prosperity on your business. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you guys have a fantastic day. We'll catch you on the next video.